Welcome to Perpetual Backlog Podcast, the gaming podcast catered for you to listen and get through that pesky backlog of yours. With hosts like Aqua, I have no idea what I'm doing, Dalit Duskwhite,
Come for the games, stay for my friends trying to kill me with their horrible puns,
and Leek Whipple.
Hey, this is Leek coming at you with a funny one-liner that I've been ordered to record, but the joke is I can't think of anything, so yeah, finger guns, pew pew, totally cool.
So Dalit, why don't you tell everybody what you've acquired this week?
Well, first of all, thanks for asking. All those games I played this week, I played the game of life. Sucked. It's date night. But, as you've alluded to, what I did do that was tangentially gaming related was, let me pivot. With Final Fantasy Integrate proving my point about Final Fantasy VII Remake being current gen only moving forward, and with my stimulus coming in, I finally broke down and bought myself a PS5. I'm not proud, but I am happy.
You're very
enough
proud.
for me.
No, you're extremely proud.
You're proud.
I had to
Go on,
fight
be
for
honest.
it. Goodness. No, I'm not even necessarily proud. I'm just happy. Thank goodness. Given my workload as of late, though, it might have been not a mistake, but we'll see what happens when the console comes in. I have a bunch of games I'd love to test out, but class has been really rough, especially this past couple of weeks.
Nah, you're just gonna boot up Ghost of Tsushima and be like,
Yes, sure am.
Yeah.
I sure am.
you're gonna be doing
Enjoy.
you're gonna be doing the Mr. Burns. Excellent.
Excellent. Ooh.
Yeah, congratulations. You this will now be a 2/3 next gen or now current gen podcast.
Why'd you have to say it? Look,
I was not going to say it like that. Goodness.
bullies. You hear that, everybody? You're a witness to this, viewers.
Don't lump me in with him.
Look.
2 weeks from now. Oh man, this PS5 is so
Yeah.
good.
Fuck, I mean, it's possible. I'm going to forget myself.
But that's all you did this week?
Yeah, no, I really just didn't. I got kind of loaded up with work, and then my father's out from knee surgery, so I've been running behind him as well. I lost full days at a time.
Oh, that's fine. But you Leek.
Oh, I'd had a little wee bit of time to do something, and I decided I was feeling very nostalgic. I went back to the old point-and-click adventure genre. For some reason, I just
Ooh.
decided to, yeah. I was just
Monkey
scrolling. Yeah, I think it's because I was just idly scrolling Steam just to see what they had for free. And, no, not Monkey Island. It's actually, this game is a demo I found. It's called Plot of the Druid. And
Oh, my
Very-
goodness. Is that what I think it is? Hang on a moment.
Plot of the Druid, yeah. I got some things to say, but no, like it's what does it say on here? A
Plot of the
fantasy
Druid
point and
Night
click,
Watch?
yeah, a fantasy point and click adventure game that uses high definition hand painted drawings to capture the feel of old school pixel art. The script has dry, sarcastic British wit that reminiscent of Simon the Sorcerer, Discworld, and Harry Potter. No, I would say more like Monkey Island and LucasArts games, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, that's good.
Yeah.
That is not
Yeah.
the game I thought it was. Never
No.
mind.
I mean, actually, it looks really nice. It is what I say is in that regard. The painting, the background painting, and the animation, and the characters in the foreground and whatnot. They're all they're not well animated because it's still a demo, of course. They're still working on it. But for what it is, it's fully painted
Hey, sounds lovely.
stuff. It is lovely. Yeah.
I see.
And
I see a
it-
picture
it's-
of a raccoon talking to a goldfish.
Yes, he's a druid.
Oh,
He turns into it's very silly humor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, it's still in development, but for a demo, it's alright. The audio isn't so good. I will say they need to work on the voice lines recordings because it sounds like the main character, for example, sounds like he's phoning in to feed the lines.
I mean, to be fair, this is probably a game that has very little budget.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a Kickstarter, actually.
Yeah.
So, Plot of the Druid, if you want to have a look, is on the Steam page, but it also has a Kickstarter linked. It's
It
fun
hasn't
if you want
launched
something
yet.
to do. It hasn't launched yet. The demo's 1 hour or something like that.
Yeah.
But it has the whole, like, puzzles you have to solve and witty banter between objects that you talk to. Like, I'm talking to a skull
Yeah, Bants.
on a thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Nostalgia's just nostalgia trick. I did want to say I'm playing Stardew Valley again. I didn't want to do that.
No, it's all right.
I don't know. I said Hades like 3 weeks in a row, so
It's okay because I have the gaming ADHD where I can't do one thing. I have to like play one thing for like 2 hours, play another thing for like 2 hours, drop $60 on a video game just to play that for like 7 hours, and then go back to another game.
Yeah, I can't live that life, Aqua.
'Cause I'm crazy.
I can't do it. No, yeah, but for what it was, I enjoyed it. I'm just fiddling about with it, and yes, I like Discworld as a point and click. I also like that humor, and there's lots of references and Easter eggs too that I've seen. So far, I've seen heard an Indiana Jones reference, also a Discworld reference, and other things. So cool.
Oh.
well, it passes the nerding exam.
Yep. Going on tradition with me, I have played multiple games this week. One being I did play some more Ghost of Tsushima. I did the Kensei armor quest line, so I like did all like the little duels on the second part of the island.
They're so sick.
Yeah, they are so sick. I actually recorded them and put them on my YouTube. Except for one of them, because I didn't realize it was part of a quest line, so I did it before I actually picked up the quest line, which is something weird. Which is weird that they shouldn't allow you to do that.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, they should probably just not be in the world until you trigger it. But also, I did kind of just walk up, and the one that I did early, because I don't know, maybe we did the same one, didn't really matter. It was just some guy out looking for a fight. There was like no story attached to it. They didn't reference Ryoso. Was it Ryoso?
Well,
no, not Ryoso.
No,
Who was it?
Kojiro.
Kojiro.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he references it unless you actually pick up the quest.
And that's probably true.
So that's
which is, I mean, I got lucky because I was just doing any quest I could get my hands on at the time, so I could very well just inadvertently completed that quest before picking up the first bit.
Because I was like, man, there's supposed to be 6 fights, and I was recording them all. When I was uploading them, I was like, I only have 5 fights. Where's the other fight? And I was thinking, oh, that duel that I came across randomly. Of this guy that's standing in the middle of this circle where there's like not sticks but like just like little things like notched into like every like few feet around the circle. Yeah. He was just standing there, and I was like, okay, well, I'll fight this guy. And then
exactly.
and so I fought him, and then I went and did like the quest, and I was like, oh, maybe. Because like the quest is like the 6 blades of Kojiro, and so there's supposed to be 6 fights, but I only had the 4 of his Ronin, and then I beat him, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. Those fights weren't hard at all, but they were pretty satisfying though.
We get to be samurai. I'm a samurai film. So. It fills the weeb spot in my heart really, really well.
I can't sit there and play Ghost of Tsushima like for more than a couple hours at a time because it's repetitive, like quest structure does tend to get a little boring. So like for me, the only thing that really carries like me actually keep playing the game is just like I'm going around this mountain and this looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that sums it up.
So after a bit, I have to like stop myself and go to another game because I'm just like
that makes sense. I mean, open world games do have a problem with retention. So.
Yeah. That being said, I picked up Persona 5 Strikers this week.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
you
it.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I did. I did.
Aha.
That thing you guys were like, "Oh, you're just gonna buy Persona 5 Strikers." It's
Yeah.
immediately start playing that. You're right. You're fucking right. I did do that. That game's hard.
Is it?
That game's difficult. You have to actually
why?
grind in
Oh.
that game.
Oh.
Yeah, because you have to exploit the other like the things you're fighting's weaknesses.
Mhm.
And there's just so much going on that you like it's easy to get hit. I think they need. Well, I think I probably should have got this on PC instead of the PS5, because they might have allowed you to change your key bindings on the PC version. I'm not 100% sure. I wish my dodge button was an R2.
That is a questionable choice.
Yeah, so your dodge button's R2. So and I can't swap my confirm to be so like when you go to talk to somebody, you have to hit circle, but X is like to confirm to get like to keep stuff going.
That seems like a relic of the JP side that wasn't localized mechanically.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why I can't just walk up to somebody and press X to talk to them, instead of I have to press circle and then I have to press X to continue the like to get the thing going
yeah.
to keep going.
Might be some weird way it was baked into the game. Honestly, I don't mind the X circle shenanigans so long as they are consistent. Just commit to one. Commit to one.
But I want to swap my dodge button to B circle in battle, because that just feels more natural to me instead of spamming square and then hitting R2 to dodge. But obviously Joker gets a 12 billion personas that you can swap through. And the reason what makes the game so hard is that, again, like Persona 5 and Royal, it's really hard to come by SP items. And you run out of SP so fucking fast. And you have to exploit like the Shadow's weaknesses you're going up against. And that uses SP. Unless you're like in the middle, like if you're doing like a square triangle combo or whatever, it does it does put a little bit of that element into what you're fighting. But overall, it's still pretty fun. I enjoy it, but I need to sit down and actually grind because it's difficult. It is.
It'll be all the more rewarding when you beat it.
It's I'm like going through, and it's really hard to go through a I was about to say palace. It's not actually called a palace this time around. It's called a jail.
Interesting.
It's really hard to go through a jail in one run. But the flip side of that is if you get down to like if you get like low SP or whatever, you can actually leave and come back on the same day. It doesn't like move forward the days or anything. There's no time constraint.
Hey, my least favorite part of Persona gone. Nice.
So that's good. The premise of the game is that it's a year later and you guys are coming back for summer vacation to hang out and everything, and after the first night of you being there, your boy wakes up and back into the Velvet Room, and Lavenza's like, "So, you're back. There's some shit's about to go down, and I'm gonna need you to wrap everything back up again, man." And then your character's like, "Okay, whatever." But your first target is a steppy idol lady. She sees everybody as her minions and stuff. So she's a very sadistic lady.
Oh no.
Yeah. What else did I play?
Oh, it's one I've seen in the most of the screenshots. Right? She has a crown.
I think
cut.
so. Yeah. And she steals people's desires. So like, it's not like I forget like how to explain it. Like she hands people cards, and like when they type into like the phone app to like add her as a friend, they immediately get transported to the metaverse world, and then like the shadows like steal the like the people's desires while they're there,
No.
and she feeds off of that. So I haven't gotten too far into it, but like I said, it's pretty difficult.
It's like a succubee.
Yeah, kind of. It's pretty difficult, so yeah. But it's pretty fun as well.
She's an attention vampire?
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
Oh.
What else did I play? Oh, I got 2 more classes in Outriders up to max level, max world tier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got 1 more and to do, and that's the Pyromancer. But I'm waiting till Thursday because I'm actually playing it with Ethos on Thursday.
Hey.
Okay.
The boy.
Yeah. So he's gonna try it out and see how he likes it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's gonna.
It's an enjoyable time.
I don't know if he's gonna stream it or not, but who knows? I think that's all I played. Oh no.
I was gonna. Are you sure? There's the answer.
I did play a little bit of GTA 5.
GTA 5. Ah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That game's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I won't go into that. I'm not too far into it, and then I mean, the GTA 5 is like almost 10 years old, so I'm not really gonna talk about
It's
it.
literally been around since the back end of the
2000
PS3.
2013, I think, is when it came out. So
It outlived the PS4. It's astounding.
yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of anniversaries, it's like, is it Resident Evil anniversary?
Yeah, Resident Evil anniversary was this week.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think another game's anniversary was this week too.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, no. It's also the pandemic anniversary.
Oh,
That's less fun. I need to be
for the
honest
West,
with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another one I had on my timeline somewhere. Oh, you
It was a
carry on.
Final Fantasy game, as I recall.
Was it?
The one that I saw, yeah.
Do you remember which one?
Absolutely not.
Goldfish
Not
memory in
far.
action.
You're damn right.
Don't know. No, I can't find it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that is legitimately all I played this week.
Hey, you did it. Well
Yeah.
done.
That means we get to go into the long list of news that we got this week.
Yes.
Yep.
First up being, we got a trailer and a release date for D&D Dark Alliance, which actually looks pretty nice, except for there's a little bit of some and some animations and stuff like that. But at least in the IGN preview that I looked at, but it's a 4-player like action role-playing game. So it comes out June 22nd. They had Ozzy Osbourne playing during the...
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
great.
That was
cool. I mean, firstly, I would just like to say whoever decided to move away from that first trailer style to the second...
The GoPro
should get
trailer?
treated to a real nice dinner, because that first trailer was actually just fucking terrible.
It was. It was garbage.
Said nothing about the game, looked like absolute trash. I mean, the second trailer really does a much better job. Just like all respects to building interest.
It looks like a game, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's true. I know what I'm in for. I mean, with the first trailer, I guess I recognized Dritz because I've read the Dark Elf trilogy and a couple books of the Icewind Dale stuff, but I couldn't tell you what was happening. And now, hey, it looks like Godfall, but better in every respect, except for how shiny it is.
Yeah, I mean, D&D's not supposed to be shiny.
Wait,
was
there's
it from
loads of spells
Gauntlet
and
style?
Yeah, it's like a Gauntlet style type game.
shit. Yeah. It just goes to show like a trailer doth maketh a marketing. You know,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
you need to get it right.
That comes
I mean,
out.
for
Go ahead.
what it's worth, I think the game looks fun. But I thought highly of Godfall at first, so I clearly can't be trusted with first impressions based on promotional material.
I didn't think highly of Godfall, but I was trying to be cautiously optimistic for Godfall.
Man, I wanted a loot-centric, like, melee game. I thought it was going to be grand, and then I was wrong.
Well, we have one now.
So
it's gonna
wrong.
be and it's gonna be D&D.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes out June 22nd. So might get this day one, maybe. It's 4-player, so that's really nice that it's 4-player. I'm gonna get into it when I talk about Outriders only being 3 players, but I really hate it when games are like, yeah, it's gonna be a multiplayer loot and shoot game, but it's only 30 players.
Now, what got me was it's that what you just said. Also, we have 4 classes to choose from, but you can only have 3 people.
Yeah. God, I really.
I'll be honest with you, devs. I have no issue with this whatsoever. It's just these 2.
No,
it's just very bizarre. It's like, yes, 4 choices.
3's not even. 3's like.
No, 3 is probably very purposefully uneven.
Yeah, I know. They're more than likely doing it. It was like, here's the illusion of choice. You have to choose and leave one out to not have. Illusion.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, that too, I guess.
I don't know.
No, mostly just 2 people go one way forces one person to go the other. It's like legitimately unbalanced.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I guess in the future you do get to go with other squads. So.
Well, the problem is that like a lot of people a lot of people that I know or whatever like to play with like they have 4 friends that were they have like they have themselves and then 3 other people that they like want to play with or whatever. That's kind of like how that normally works because like me and my group of friends, it's like me, I have like my best friend, and then we have 2 other friends that want to play games or whatever. But like when a game is like limited to just 3 players, it's just like
yeah, I do understand where you're coming from. I think it is just a mindset thing. My favorite genres have always been fighting games and action games because I get to play with myself. I
you don't need video games to play with yourself, man.
Oh, listen. Oh,
well, I was gonna leave that. I was gonna leave that.
Oh my
I didn't
goodness!
need to
I
touch
did
it,
this
apparently.
to me. Allow me to rephrase then. I don't require another local person. I just require a combatant, whether it be an AI in a fun side mode or another person that I just don't have to interact with. But hey, I like playing fighting games with you lot.
Yeah.
I also don't mind playing fighting games just on my own. Against faceless, angry people online. Why are you all so angry?
But it doesn't matter. Dark Alliance is 4 players, so...
Yeah.
Anyway. Next is a... you know what? I'm honestly going to probably stop like playing Blizzard games. I'm literally probably going to stop playing Blizzard games.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, Blizzard doesn't have any games that I really want to play.
Minus play D2.
Minus D2, and I really fucking hate that, but
yeah.
Blizzard fires pretty much all of its esports department because they haven't had any esports stuff to do because of the pandemic. Yet its CEO takes another $200 million bonus.
I'm shocked, astonished, absolutely flabbergasted.
Like,
no, I mean, let's
that's enough money to fund that department to do other things that aren't esports.
Exactly. This is nothing new for Blizzard Activision. This is quite literally par for the course. The once to twice a year cull of talent as the higher ups bring in the big bucks and carry on is like actually business as usual. The only thing about this that's genuinely surprising to me was that the fired staff was given the heartfelt parting gift of $200 in battle.
They got their severance pay too.
Yeah, but
it wasn't just like you're fired, but here's $200 in battle.
You don't think it's kind of you don't think it's I mean,
no. It is scummy.
Yeah, like this term gets thrown around a lot, but it's a bit of a slap in the face. Hey, you're fired. We're going to pay you last month, and also here's $200 to spend on our products.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That you worked
my
on.
products. My products. You're no longer with the company.
Yeah.
Now, that's not the end of the story. I think it is important to cover the other side of it. The investor group Change to Win, I believe is what CTW stands for, took issue with this, as they've done before, and they released a statement. And this is not the first one, but the statement that was released this time reads, while the increase in Activision's stock price is somewhat commendable, as we have stated last year and continue to assert, this achievement alone does not justify such a substantial pay outcome for the CEO. There are many factors that may contribute to a rise for this particular company's stock price that may not be directly attributable to Robert Kotick's leadership. The use of video games as one of the few entertainment options available amid the COVID-19 pandemic, for example, has been a boon to many companies in the gaming industry, irrespective of executive talent or strategic decisions. And I have to agree, like my thoughts being very similar. Blizzard continuing to be profitable is not due to Bobby Kotick. Not entirely, and It's my belief that it's not even in part. I think, like Change to Win, given that the pandemic put us inside, restricted us from going outside, and pretty much killed the live events, like actual meaningful going out and enjoying yourself events. Of course, video game related companies seeing a rise isn't surprising. It's a damn expectation.
Yeah.
This is just another example of a loophole being abused by someone rich to get richer for the sake of having more money.
Yep.
Slash rights.
Yep. Yep, I agree with everything. Yep. It's awful. It's disgusting. And like, they didn't even. Couldn't they do anything else? Like, surely they can't hold live events, but online and streaming has also
Exactly.
boomed.
They could have just switched
going to
their
get to
department to do
something-
other stuff.
Yeah.
No. They could have done the same exact thing. We're going to get to that very soon in another topic that's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
You can still have an esports division that's covering esports stuff, E being electronic, that does not require everyone to come together. Now, would it be what the players are used to? No. It might cause some issue amongst legitimacy. Fine, whatever. We don't have other options, but that doesn't mean your activities have to stop. You can't bring in giant stadiums. That doesn't mean the tournaments can't go on in an online setting. They had ample opportunity to keep these people employed and entertaining the masses, and they chose not to make a buck.
Yep. Really
Fuck
silly short-term gain. Because
And
what they're
yeah,
going to
exactly,
do when the
short-term.
pandemic is over, like, it's ridiculous. Are they going to
They're
just
going to hire back other
people
people
at a lower
at a lower
pay
rate.
Yeah, they're going to hire
Yeah.
people at lower rate. That's
You're
what
absolutely
companies do.
right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, fuck
Yeah, we've seen it
Activision
before.
Blizzard. Fuck them. Pieces of... I'm out of conniption fit. Anyway.
Yeah.
In other dumb news, Xbox is rebranding Xbox Live to Xbox Network. That just happened today.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
nothing
I
for
just-
this. It's
I just
weird.
did a big question mark, tilt the head question mark thing. Like, huh?
Nobody's gonna call it Xbox Network other than sites and officials.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be like
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
Yeah, you're just right. It is, yeah.
It's so
It's
strange. Like, this is a nothing topic, but it's also kind of dumb. People are just gonna keep calling it Live, so not conflated with PlayStation Network. And I kind of think they'll walk this one back down the line.
I don't think they'll walk it back, but I just think it was like, why rebrand it now?
Yeah, no, it's
It's
weird.
after 18 years.
Yeah.
It's been
18
known as
years.
Live.
18 years.
I'm trying to look at, like, did they really give a proper explanation?
No, there was just one
Besides the
rebrand.
whole, like, what was it? Yeah, there was something, what was it, on this website?
No, it's legal now. It gets to change its name. It wanted to be called
Yeah.
Network.
Yeah, it was to do with the Xbox Live Gold package. There you go. Microsoft is planning to drop the subscription requirements, blah, blah, blah. Games like Fortnite will no longer require Xbox Live Gold as a result. There was something else before that. There you go. Microsoft has used Xbox Live to refer to its underlying Xbox service since its original launch 18 years ago. Harry Herb, I'm sorry, Herb, please correct me.
Herb?
Got nothing for
Herb?
you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Better known as Major Nelson has been known as Xbox Live's Major Nelson for years, but Herb has now referred to himself as Xbox Live's Major Nelson. And there's something else too. Yeah. The update for Xbox Live to the Xbox Network is intended to distinguish the underlying service from Xbox Live Gold memberships.
I guess when phrased that way, I kind of understand because I've always had issues with what meant what. But network probably wasn't the word you wanted to use, not with Sony having established that for the last X amount of years. Like, it's established. It's always been PlayStation Network, not PlayStation Live, not PlayStation Online. I mean, they have that too, but it's a separate thing that I believe died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird. Made a weird choice.
Weird. Yep.
Like I said, question mark, tilt the head. What? I don't know.
Yep.
What?
So next is something I've been wanting for the past.
Hey, this is all yours.
Past 12 billion years. Scarlet Nexus had a new character trailer, and they revealed the release date at the end of it. It is June 25th. Finally, it's gonna come out.
Hey, finally.
It couldn't come out in the middle of everything, unfortunately.
It sure is.
It almost
taking bets on whether it's also in the same universe as Code Vein and God Eater.
Maybe. I don't think it is. But like, I wouldn't be surprised. It is. The character trailer, it shows off a new character, and it almost seems like you're going to be able to play as two different characters in this game.
Two different factions, also.
Yeah. It seems like you're going to get like one side and then another side. So it looks pretty good. I'm pretty hyped for Scarlet Nexus. I've been pretty hyped since I saw the first trailer for it. So.
I don't know. The game never grabbed me like that. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. Like visually. It's a treat, but visually it's also really confusing to me.
Dude, it's a 60 FPS anime action game. So
it sure is.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I can throw buses at people. That's all I need. Next, me and Leek watched this the other day, but
nice.
The PSO2 New Genesis had their little live stream thing that they did. They showed off some new enemies. They showed off some new weapons.
Wow! I completely missed all of this. Yeah. I didn't even know about it.
Or they showed off like the not new weapons, but like what the weapons like look like and like what they can do, and
sure.
for like some of the classes. The second JP closed beta started a couple days ago, I think the 19th, and they announced that there will be a global closed beta as well. So
nice. You'll love to hear it. We'll be able to get information from different points of view, and some information won't have to be translated, which takes a lot of strain off that poor community.
Oh no! Well, the stream that we watched was being translated by a bunch of fucking jokers.
It was alright actually. It got all the information across and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was trying to listen to the Japanese behind the English translation, and it was pretty much one for one.
Yeah.
They're just being very silly as well, because one of the presenters was a comedian or something. Anyway,
yeah.
So
it was a comedian and an idol.
Yeah.
Oh, that checks out.
Yeah. The banter was pretty much what was being said, but is it on Steam and Xbox?
Yeah, it'll be on Steam and Xbox.
Yeah.
In America, it's on PlayStation and Japan, but not in America. But yeah, that looks good. I can't wait for they didn't say what date the global closed beta will be, but
you two gonna have to try that. You're gonna have to try that for us, Aqua.
Oh yeah, well, 100%.
I would only be able to do PlayStation, but
I
would
don't
not
think
be able
it's
to play with
coming-
anyone of you guys.
No, you wouldn't
I
be
still
able
think
to.
it's coming on the
No.
PS4.
No, it's not coming for PlayStation over here.
Nope.
Yeah.
They segregated it again.
Well, like Xbox like Microsoft has exclusive like Western rights to
Yeah, that
to
sounds
Really?
so to yeah.
Huh.
Well, Doll, you'll be able to play too.
When is
Maybe.
it? When is the closed beta again?
They haven't announced it.
No, just like ballpark. Like if the Japanese is going on now, like we would be thinking like this month, next month. Because if it's either of those two, I'm really not going to.
Oh, I
Not
think
have
it'll
the time.
probably be at the end of next month, at the earliest.
We'll see then, maybe, but doubtful.
Yeah.
I'd like to. The game looks brilliant.
Yeah.
So
Gotham Knight got delayed till 2022. I forgot this game even existed. So.
Oh.
I was so confused by this game. This game just kind of reeked live service, but also wasn't. I don't know. I hope this game's good. It's got the Robins, all of them, and Batgirl. So
Yeah.
I have not all of them, most of them. I look forward to playing this when it goes on discount.
When it goes on to it's just another Warner Bros. Game. So, but another Warner Bros. Game that also is getting delayed. So, there's no WB.
I think a lot of
games.
companies are really terrified of putting out like an incomplete product right now.
Yeah. No.
Like after Cyberpunk, like they realize that they're just going to be compared to that, and just everyone's going to laugh at them.
Yeah, 100%. SMT3 Nocturne HD comes out in America May 25th.
Yeah.
You didn't say the whole net.
Dude, who cares, man?
Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne featuring Devil featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Okay,
Yes. That is the full official title.
Yeah. Sorry.
So we're gonna
Sorry.
do it right.
Sorry.
No strong opinions on this. It's a good call. SMT is a woefully underrepresented game in the West. This is supposed to be one of the better ones. Have fun dying. I challenge you to a duel.
No. I'm not touching any SMT games, man. I'm strictly Persona.
Really? Oh.
They're meant to be
Good.
very hard.
I've watched
I've
it
seen
being
people
played
just walk
through.
around and get obliterated.
Yeah, it's tricky. It is tricky. What was the other one? Digital Devil Saga?
Yeah, Digital Devil
Digital
Saga.
Devil
Yeah.
Saga.
Yeah, that was good too.
So yeah,
People, yeah.
I might play. Nah. I'll after I see how SMT5 looks whenever Atlas decides to get off their ass and actually make that game. I might play SMT5, but I mean, I watched people play SMT4, and I was just like, eh.
yeah, it's a different experience.
Persona and normally ends up more along my side because it's like I guess it's more anime, but
It's narrative driven. It's
Yeah.
like it's really character focused, whereas like SMT is designed to be a game first and foremost. You're on a dungeon grind. It's the old style. Save often, save early, save often. You will die.
you will. This next one's yours, Dalit, since you're the fighter man in this.
Hey, it sure is. So, as of tomorrow, Lydia Sobieski, the newest DLC character for Tekken 7, drops. And
Sobieski.
visually, she's a treat. I think the DLC overall for this last pack has been kind of weak. Kunimitsu is not a regular of the series, and while it's really nice to have her back,
Mhm.
because like there's like no story to go along with these characters, really don't care. Her fighting style's kind of not for me. I played her a bit in tag. She was neat. I enjoy watching ninjas do ninja things, but no good with her. And Lydia seems a lot more Tekken. A matter of fact, Lydia really feels super Virtua Fighter to me.
Oh, I could see
kind
that.
of-
I could see that.
Yeah, kind of like Jin in Tekken 4 after moving away from this like super anime-inspired karate to a more traditional sense. He is still anime-inspired. Like everything felt really toned down, movements felt very practiced. And Lydia gives that off to like the next degree. She
Yeah.
is like straight up traditional karate. She looks great. I like the gi with the, I don't know, like lycra suit under it. It's a solid
Mhm.
look.
Mhm.
I like it way more than her suit. She's got the blue stuff, lots of just frames. Well, not lots. I think she had a couple of just frame moves that I saw. Lots of parries built into her stances? Question mark. And she looks like she plays a lot like Jin with some Paulisms. I mean, I look forward to it. People have been comparing her to Leroy. I hope she's that broken on release. That's always fun. The poolside stage is a nice callback. It's an older stage. The music was kind of nostalgic. It's a stage that doesn't do much for me personally, but the wall break down to the beach is very enjoyable. Very much digging that, and it's lit better than the Tekken 6 Philippine stage. So thank you. So yeah, no, like this is gonna be great. Just it's possibly rounding up Tekken 7. She's perhaps not who I would have ended on, but looks like a pretty solid end for the season.
I could see why though, because like Poland is in the karate segment in the Olympics.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, you told me about this.
Yeah. So I see that's why. I mean that lycra suit underneath her gi is like very Olympian, I suppose, very official sports. Yeah.
She's just saying, I'm tired of y'all shit.
Essentially.
I'm taking care of this
a
now.
little bit of lore. Like, there was like a tiny bit of lore, like Hachi called her out and she just wasn't having any of it. So she's here to kick ass. Oos!
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the kata animations. They're really solid.
Yeah. It's rigid, but like in a good way.
No, that's karate though.
Exactly.
Karate is like
she's
that.
repping my people, man.
Not to get too into the weeds, but she's not the only karate based fighter. All of the Mishimos use karate.
Yeah.
They're all just super
their
anime
version.
karate, right? Yeah, exactly.
Their
It's just a super
version of
anime
it.
karate. It's very fluid.
This is more
impossible.
Yeah, this is more in line with what it seems like the World Karate Federation karate.
Yes, I think if there was another character to compare it to before this, like I said, Jin is one. I know he's a machine. I know he's a Mishima. Leave me alone, internet. But he's different. But even he's still kind of super anime. And Paul, even though he's judo based, is like all of his strikes are karate. So yeah, no, I look forward to it. I'll mess around with her for a bit. I didn't pick up Kunimitsu. I'm probably gonna pick up Lydia. So we'll see.
Represent Poland.
Yes, Lydia Sobiecka. Good luck in Tekken.
Oh yeah, did I say your name right? I feel like
you said Sobieski.
You didn't. You said Sobieski.
Yeah.
Sobieska.
Which could be correct because it is Polish, but but it is Sobieska.
I do not understand how to pronounce Polish names.
Yeah. Like ski SKI is a very Polish ending. For
I cannot say anything because I didn't read that poor guy's name in the article. I'm very sorry.
But I had to look it up. I didn't go in confident just saying words.
Yeah. Next, there's some free PSN games coming up in their like play at home initiative. April 19th, however, Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be free. It's for anybody that has a PlayStation. You don't have to have PS Plus or anything. You can just click on the button and download. It's pretty good. Everybody should play it because Horizon Zero Dawn is really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been meaning to pay for this game, but if I can get it for free, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it doesn't come with the DLC, but
I actually think it does.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that it was like the full like
that's
Game
very
of the Year
generous.
style release.
Doesn't matter. You're gonna have a PS5 anyway, so you pretty much get the game for free anyway.
Oh, it's wonderful! So much Horizon going from Zero Horizon.
Because I think it's part of the PS Plus collection.
Oh, that could be what I'm thinking of actually. Now that you raised that point.
Like it is part of the PS Plus collection. I'm not 100% certain on that one. I know Monster Hunter World is. I'd have to go back and look at the.
Yeah, I haven't put enough time to that game.
Yeah. But yeah, some free games. I think coming up really soon is Astrobot. I think that game is coming up free really soon, if not already.
I I believe that's at the end of this month.
Yeah, I think it is. So if you guys haven't played Astrobot, I haven't played it, so I might pick it up to look at it. Because Astro's Playroom was really fun. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is the section that you have a lot to talk about, Dalit.
Oh, it was this in Blizzard, and
Okay.
like I said,
Yeah.
during the Blizzard segment, we were going to get to something that they could have done anyway. This is
Yeah.
So yeah, Sony bought the North American Evolution Championships. I believe that is what EVO is short for. And I mean that's neat. I kind of thought it was a dead event. That's not to say it deserved to die, especially not in the way that it seemingly went out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I guess it was kind of expected that someone would bring it back.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone had Sony pegged to do it. But if you think about it, or if you kind of like go back in time a little bit, it makes sense. Sony actually has a dog in the race ish. Sony backed the production of Street Fighter V, which, no matter how badly it's ridiculed, is the core game in like any tournament in which it's featured. Anyhow, that's not important. I've seen a couple of sentiments worth exploring briefly. There's one: Evo is no longer grassroots. It's sold out to Sony or something. Like GGKI, GG Smash, GG anyone that makes a game for a console that isn't PlayStation.
No.
Okay, first of all, no. No part of that is true. First of all, Evo hasn't been grassroots in forever. It's been the esports tournament for the FGC. If you want grassroots, there are a bunch of other tournaments that you could go and like just rub up on and give all your loving to. There's Frosty Faustings.
That always gets canceled by Nintendo.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually. But there are other grassroots like, specifically for non-Nintendo games. Like there's Frosty Faustings, there's CEO, Combo Breaker, NCR, SoCal Regionals, and let's say nothing about the actual grassroots stuff that Spooky and Level Up put on weekly. Like, this is just what it is. If you thought Evo was grassroots and not already massively sponsored and with like the biggest payouts for fighting games, you can hold that L. You're wrong.
Evo is the fighting game tournament.
More reasonably, but still wrong, was the thought that like non-PlayStation games would be barred. Like all that GGKI, GG Smash, GG all of that. Well, no, you're wrong. You're just wrong. They even came out and said any game that was there before is still allowed back. They're not barring anyone. As a matter of fact, this July during EVO Online, KI is one of the already announced contenders.
Yeah.
And that is legitimately a Microsoft project.
Mm-hmm.
So, chill. Now, for all you Smash cats, I don't know about y'all. Nintendo doesn't want Smash hosted at Smash events. I don't know if you're going to find it here.
Yeah.
Hopes and dreams, players. Hopes and dreams.
Nintendo just doesn't want people playing Smash at all, apparently.
I got nothing for you. The other thought that goes around is, the same folks that have dealt with Evo before and weren't monsters are back and still holding it down. All the familiar fiends are going to be there to continue what it was before. Nothing should change. Yeah, this is the take. This is it.
Yeah.
Like, they just culled the bad and got a new sponsor. Hell, we might finally get some money injected into the FGC. Like, not LOL or COD money, but, like, good money. I can't wait.
Yeah, there might actually be, like actually budgeted tournaments instead of, all right, everybody, I don't know if you've seen... here's some LAN cables. That's all I have. Is
I don't know if you've seen the graphs. There's some graphs going out there that's like really hurtful. Like a singular event for Dota, League of Legends, Call of Duty, other big events by companies that care. Like one event dwarfs the amount of money that goes into the fighting game community.
Yeah.
And it's not even close. Like it's FGC makes like 5% of one big league event. What the fuck?
Yeah, you can leave league out of it because and it'd still be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dota trashes on them. Call of Duty trashes on them. If there's like, I'm assuming the Overwatch League is probably better funded than them. Like,
Not
this
anymore.
could be all
Well,
right.
well, well.
No, and it's funny you should say it.
Oof.
Like this was my point.
Yeah.
Was going back to the Blizzard for a second. Evo, a tournament that literally just a couple months ago had its name raked through the mud because of a couple of real fucking shady actors, is able to bounce back, and they realize what the FGC is. It's not a well-funded machine, and maybe it's because it's not a well-funded machine that they figure, yeah, we're going to keep it going. Because I mean, no matter how corporate it gets, it's still kind of grassroots.
Yeah.
So they with limited money and one major sponsor found a way to bring it back. It's going to be online. No one's going to be at any spot in Las Vegas like normal. We don't got that this year. But it's going to go out on streams. I'm sure Spooky's going to hold it down. I'm sure Level Up's going to hold it down. I'm sure there will be restreams from Aris and all the notable commentators. Steve, Sajam, maybe Anime Illuminati. Who knows?
Words
Fact
I
of the
don't
matter
know.
is, this is just how it could be for Blizzard 2, but they'd rather make a buck.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they'd rather make a buck. Yeah. Fuck
So yeah,
Blizzard.
well, my point here, thank you, Sony. Thank you. And Bobby Kotick, go fuck yourself.
Yay. Clap, clap, clap.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you move on, news just in. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, it actually ties into Xbox stuff and Microsoft. So Microsoft, by IGN just now, literally just now, a few minutes ago, is allegedly in talks to purchase Discord for over 10 billion USD.
Oh yeah, no.
shit.
Yeah, I think I saw something over there, but it didn't look like it was Microsoft that was doing it. It was like some.
It was Microsoft, and suspected reason possibly is for Game Pass, Discord Nitro plus Game Pass, blah 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 kind of thing.
Well, they did have that deal going on. Yeah, Discord
$10
Nitro.
billion.
That is a lot of money for
As reported by Bloomberg.
So, buying Bethesda and its sibling and parent companies makes sense. They'll make you your money back. Almost certainly. Discord for more money than that is weird to me.
Yeah.
Because sure, a lot of people are using it, but voice over protocol tends to go in and out of fashion all the time. This feels like a real dangerous investment of how much?
10 billion.
10 billion.
It just didn't even make sense to me. $10 billion.
Yeah, they didn't even pay that much for ZeniMax Studios and Bethesda.
They did.
They paid 7.4.
And they will definitely make their money back. Discord has the risk, possibly, of being usurped by someone else.
This is just talks, though. Nothing is made official, but
Sure.
If anybody from Microsoft is coming to any person that runs Discord, all right, and says, I'm going to give you $10 billion for this, we're sold to Microsoft. There is no
Actually,
way that the people from Discord are not, or like the
that's the thing. It was apparently Discord that approached Microsoft.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm further. Okay, now things start to make sense.
Okay, then never mind. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is not going to happen.
Discord was said, according to IGN, Discord was said to be the one who reached out to Microsoft to gauge interest in potential sale, and that Xbox head Phil Spencer has been part of these chats.
Yes, because I imagine if Discord is willing to sell, Xbox is interested. I don't know if they're 10 billion interested, but I'm sure they are interested.
God, man.
Discord was also being discussing with Epic Games and Amazon.
Please, neither of those. I'd rather Microsoft. Or rather Microsoft.
They're going to make a lot of money selling it as these three bid amongst themselves just to spite the other two.
I would rather
Also,
Epic
by the
Games
way-
over Amazon, but
By the way, good catch, League. Well
Yeah.
done.
Thank
saw-
you.
see,
I score for juicy news stories.
I saw something like this earlier, but it said it was like from some gamer company or whatever was
Uh,
gonna buy out Discord, and I was just like, man,
I'm sorry. Did you mean Microsoft, the
no, no,
gamer
no,
company?
no, no. It was like gamer beats or something like that.
Ah, all right.
Was the name, and I was just like, maybe it's like some one of those like weird things. Believe me, if I would have saw something that said Microsoft to like might be buying Discord, I'd been like, okay, okay, I'm interested. Um, that being said, maybe if there's some like some more money pumped into Discord, we'll might have better like better streaming capabilities.
I should think so. Yeah.
Um,
Like depending how whoever gets it doesn't matter who, except for maybe Amazon. Um, between Epic and Microsoft, if these two are actually in the running for picking this up, and if this is a real thing that they take seriously, if they invest in this, I mean, again, it's dangerous. It's really dangerous for to like get heavily invested in something like this because of how easily people move on. But there's a chance to turn this into a proper multimedia platform. That'd be kind of cool, I think.
yeah. If Amazon gets it, it's just going to get formed into Twitch. By the way.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think even in that regard, it's not awful. I just don't think they'll put as much
No,
effort into it.
no. They'll just hand it off to Twitch, and Twitch will be like, okay, whatever. We already have our own app.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You see, the previous segue of Sony buys Evo was going to be like, oh yeah, Sony did a good thing, and then shifting over to, hey yeah, Sony doing a bad thing. But since we had a little bit of a Microsoft like nitty bitty there, there's no really cool segue. Sony is reporting to shut down the PS3, PSP, and PS Vita stores within a few months from now.
Oh, didn't hear about the Vita. I heard about the other two.
Well, I mean, it's like all of them packed together because the PSP and the Vita stores are kind of interconnected a little bit.
I'm not surprised to hear this.
I'm not surprised to hear this. I am disappointed to hear this.
I don't know. So
I would much rather there be a better backwards compatibility within the consoles
I
for
definitely
them
agree
to
with that.
destroy the store, because there's a lot of stuff people have digitally that they have bought that they cannot get after this.
Yeah, I think that's a fair argument. I mean, so shutting down the PS3 store, I don't think it's actually that unexpected.
No,
I don't.
it's not
think-
unexpected.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're more than a generation removed from the system now, and Sony's is a company that really is just kind of focused on moving forward. I mean, nothing lasts forever, etc., etc., etc. That said, I mean, as has been stated, there are some pretty interesting downsides. Like if I don't have any of my games on my hard drive, if they suddenly disappear, do I not get them back? Can I not get them? I paid for them. I still have the license for them. What's up? What about games I would want to check out later? What about games that no one bought? Is an entire generation of games just gone? I mean, probably not. Let's be real here. I imagine most of these games will be still available physically in the bargain bin or online for
If you
way
can
too
find
much
them.
money.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's going to be the hard part. It's just finding them. And let's not forget the emulation community is never attached to the company that it's trying to save. So that's going to be just the community itself going and saving the catalog of the PS. It's just how it goes. It's how it's been forever. Except usually, I think, is this the first time an online
Yeah. This
or
is,
first, yeah, an online store has gone.
yeah. Yeah.
So it's unique in that regard because usually the community is just forming these libraries because they know that games are going to be rough to find physically, but that they'll always be out there more or less. This is the first time that some games could potentially just up and disappear. I mean, those games that just up and disappear probably didn't have very strong like communities backing them because no one bought them. But that's not. I want to be charitable to Sony and say we'll see most of like the PS3 era games ported in some way, shape, or form to later generation software. I don't know. I don't even know what I mean by that. Like PS3, just like they have that PS Now is the streaming service.
Yeah.
So they have some avenues they could take, and that is me being charitable. But I think the realistic take is that, as per usual, we're just kind of reliant on the community to have a library.
Well,
And
we know that Jim Ryan is not a big advocate for backwards compatibility. He himself has stated when he's seen like people play like in like big like convention areas, he's seeing people play like PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. He's seen people like play PS1 and 2 games and go, why are people even playing this?
kind of a baffling stance to take when you have
Yeah.
a couple of
Why are
the
you having
best
fun?
selling.
The way I don't have fun.
He's like
How dare you.
he's like, to me these are unplayable. So
Ridiculous.
and that's ridiculous
I
to say
don't
about
know-
PS2 games. Because PS2
mean,
games
I
are
have
even
so much
believe
fun
that
in
he
older
thinks
games.
that.
No.
Like, let's be real here. Like, honestly speaking, and I don't think this is nostalgia overtaking me. The golden era for video games was the PS2 era. It's not just the PS2, but it's like that segment in time.
Yeah.
Like, there was still innovation. The games that were coming out that weren't new were fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even if it is nostalgia, I have nostalgia of that time. Like, these are good times. These are the games I go back to. Hell, I want you to remake. Sorry, I don't even care if you remake it at this point. I want you to re-release a bunch of old PS2 games just so I can have them. I've bought 10 4 times. I've bought Metal Gear Solid 3 3 times. I've bought Metal Gear Solid 2 4 times. Mostly because I literally just keep wearing out these discs. Also because you keep putting them on newer consoles, and I am stupid and
And you're
manipulated. But yeah, like I don't get that stance. And I don't even think he believes that when he says. I think it's just a thing to say to get people into that mindset.
Well, Sony's always been a looking forward company.
Yeah, they are very unlikely to really care about backwards compatibility. I don't know why they're so against it.
Well,
I genuinely don't understand that.
I hope this like shows everybody that like got a digital PS5 that like maybe in a generation or two that
Oh god,
that might go bye.
Holy shit, this is a really bad look for a company putting out a all digital product.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I hadn't considered.
No fun.
I guess I suppose their gotcha comeback's gonna be go buy a hard drive and download all of the library. If you break your disc, you can't find that again either. That's the only response I can think of, but honestly, it's not a very good one.
Mm-mm. And you got to remember, they haven't even released the NVMe drives that are compatible with the PS5 yet.
Yeah, I mean, but we do know that those are coming. Whereas, like, I think any hard drive
you can't store
the PS3.
You can't. Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying you can't store PS5 games on an external.
No, this I understand. Wait, back up. Even the new ones that they're making specifically for it.
Yeah, you can't. You like if you have an external hard drive, you cannot put PS5 games on it.
Oh, wow, that is a.
You can't even back up
idea.
You can't even back up their save files on it.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck are they good for then? What?
I mean, you can put the PS4 games on a external hard drive. I mean, the NVMe drives you'll more than likely be able to store the
Okay,
PS5
yeah,
games with.
that's what I was asking.
I'm talking about like a
Okay.
USB external hard drive.
No, no. Let's be realistic about this for a second. This is a company. They're going to want to put out something that they can make money off of. So they're going to make it as proprietary as they can.
Yeah.
My main point about that wasn't so much for the current and potentially anything next gen after the PS5. My idea is, I suppose their only comeback to this will be the PS3 is entirely compatible to have all of those games you want on externals.
Yeah.
I assume that's going to be their take. It's not a very good one. It's not a very strong one, but I guess it is a way of dealing with it. And if they really want to get petty, they can say, quite frankly, this is akin to losing CDs. Once you lose CDs, you have to go out and buy them again. The difference is some of these games only exist digitally.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's complicated.
Yeah, so for anybody that has a PS3 and has digital stuff on it, within the next couple of months, you may want to hook it up to your internet and slog through the really slow PS3 store.
It's gonna be so bad.
And download everything that you need onto your hard drive, and yeah, same. It's a little less important when it comes to like the PSP and the PS Vita. One, because nobody uses the PS Vita; that's paperweight. And two, PSPs and PSP Goes are insanely hackable. So you don't even.
God, yes, they are.
You don't even have to worry about that. And I mean, there's a really good.
We should say we don't endorse that. I mean, we do, but we should say we don't.
There is a good emulator for PS3, and so from what I've seen, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
So for all those people, there's that option too.
Yeah, this does come to that of just the continuing conversation about emulation in video games.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Nintendo's stance on it. They're wrong. I guess now we find out Sony's.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The full on company stance is going to be we don't endorse emulation, but because that's just how it is.
I don't see anything wrong with emulation. I see things wrong with pirating the games, obviously, but just emulating the software that even they acknowledge is obsolete and they're not taking care of anymore. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah. Who knows? But that's going to happen in the next couple of months, so we will see how that goes down and what their actual plan with it is. Next, there were some interviews about the all this Final Fantasy VII news that has been coming out. I think Nomura stated in some intergrade stuff that they weren't planning on doing a DLC. It was just it was an opportunity to test doing stuff on the PS5 to get I guess used to actually developing for it. And so that's the primary reason why this DLC is on just PS5 only. They said they don't have any plans to do DLC for the other parts, and that they won't be doing like this whole episode Yuffie stuff all the time, and that if they do develop DLC, it's going to be after everything is out.
Cool, because I had some feelings when this was first announced.
Yeah.
So that does clear that up for me.
So they did confirm there's going to be new materia, new summons. You don't get to play as the guy that's with Yuffie, but there are some cool combo attacks. And and it's about 2 chapters. The story is. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's Yuffie's story. Sonnen is there, but we're invested in Yuffie, and it's clearly not an entire story. It's literally just leading up to her getting out of the city as well. So.
Yeah. Yes, and bumping into the party.
Yeah. And there was some news about the Battle Royale game, but really nobody gives a shit about that game.
Yeah, it even because I read up a bit about that. They clearly just had a battle royale and didn't know what to do with it, so they
Yeah.
threw it in Midgar.
But the biggest news comes in the form of Ever Crisis. It's going to be free. The chapters are going to come out every month. The Final Fantasy, the base Final Fantasy VII storyline is going to be 10 chapters. The first 3 being just of Midgar. So the rest of it, the 7 chapters after it, will be the rest of the game. It does have a weapon gacha in it, much akin to the Dissidia Opera Omnia, which is their least egregious mobile game that they have. And it's actually it's actually the best mobile game that they have.
That they have, or that.
Yeah, that's what I said. That they have. That Square has.
Okay.
That specifically Square
Maybe,
does. Dissidia. Well, I've played a lot of Dissidia Opera Omnia. It's very free to play friendly.
Yes, I would agree. That's
you get so much currency in that game to do whatever, and it's just weapons, and you don't even need the weapons to get through the story. And there will be dungeons that you can like go through and pick any character that you want to. That's why they showed the picture with Aerith fighting the Scorpion boss in the beginning of the game. So yeah, looks like it's going to be good. I mean, I'm more than likely going to be playing it, just so I can get the Final Fantasy VII turn-based story, and then actually go through Before Crisis, because that's going to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing about this surprises me.
Yeah.
Gotcha seems to have taken people by surprise. I am only surprised that people are surprised. We knew that this game was going to be free. That told me pretty much immediately that they were going to monetize via a loot box system. So
Yeah.
they have it. The multiple parts doesn't surprise me. I was more caught off guard when I think you last week suggested that it might just be game by game.
No, it's
or
chapter. It's chapter based with each game. So
yeah, and that's well more like what I expected. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised it's just going to be 10 for 7. That's still lower than what I expected.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I mean, I look forward to playing. Is Before Crisis the Turk-centric game?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Because I also didn't play that. I'd love to see what actually happens there.
And also playing Advent Children might be cool.
It's going to be wild. Maybe they'll make that a good story.
Hey, no, man. It's not going to be a good story because Mother. I saved the Final Fantasy stuff right before the Square Enix because it's all Square Enix shit after this. So we had a Square Enix Presents this week, which was pretty good. Hosted by the one, the only, the very talented Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, it's core.
Yeah, he just voiced over a few parts. He just did like in between talks. It was very much akin to a like state of play like thing, which is really good. I mean, it was set up really well. The games that they talked about that I'm not really going to want to talk about is they showed a trailer for Balan Wonderworld. Who cares? That game looks like trash. And believe me, I haven't even played it, but most of the people that have played it that I like trust their judgment on, it's trash.
I hate to hear it.
They showed a Just Cause mobile trailer. They showed a new Hitman Assassin mobile game, Sniper Assassin mobile game. To celebrate. Oh, it's Tomb Raiders. Tomb Raiders fucking 25th anniversary. That's what it was.
Yeah, get prepared to see Laura in everything.
Including having Rebarb show up there. That's all.
I don't like. In fact, she gets the absolute shit kicked out of her.
They had an all-in-one. They showed an all-in-one collection. You get to play and get all three Tomb Raider reboot movie games. So Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Comes with all the DLC, which is pretty good. I already own everything for it, so feels bad for me. They did show a Tomb Raider cookbook, which League laughed at.
But it's just like it came out of nowhere.
Here, you could have a cookbook. That's nice.
Learn to cook the deer you just hunted.
The Square Enix Twitter was doing like if you tweet with this hashtag or whatever, we'll DM you codes for Tomb Raider. Not Angel of Darkness, like Tomb Raider, like two of their like mobile-ish type games. Or like their.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
If you retweeted or tweeted out with the hashtag of like Square Enix Presents or whatever on Twitter, the Square Enix Twitter account would DM you with some with a code for two of the like their rinky dink Lara Croft games. Oh, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light and Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. They're like mobile-esque type games. Which I think Guardian, it's either, I think it's Temple of Osiris actually. I actually hear that one's not that bad. But, I mean, that's pretty cool of them.
Lots of love for Laura. Laura's about to get a movie.
Yeah,
Unless
movie.
It's already come out and I missed it.
There's a reboot movie coming out. And a reboot series too, right? Like an animated series or something like that.
I believe so, yes.
All about her getting beat up.
Yep.
So
yeah, no, it's good. I enjoy, even despite the like I don't know hurt porn that is that series at times. They're good games. They look good. It's Lady Croft out there doing adventure stuff. That's always nice. I don't know about her turning up in these other games. That's weird to me.
Oh yeah, she's what? War of the Visions. I think is that what it's either War of the Visions or Brave something.
It's Brave Exvius.
Yeah, Brave Exvius.
Yeah.
That's funny. She's now a Final Fantasy character.
We got the gunning class, I guess.
So I mean that's pretty cool. I still need to go through Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm like halfway through it, I think. And this is one of those games. Like I have this thing where if I put down a game, for any like more time,
stays down.
Yeah, like for any more time than a week, then I like forget about it and I just don't pick it back up for like another year. I did that with Zestiria. I put it down, like I got to the final dungeon of Zestiria. Or no, even worse. I got to the final boss of Zestiria. I did the fight twice, lost. I put it down, didn't touch it for a year. But I also hated Zestiria, so I picked it back up.
It was a pretty divisive game.
Yeah, I picked it back up the year after, and like I think one shot the boss. I was just like, okay, well, let's see. They showed new Outriders footage. This was like a 10 to 15 minute segment actually. They showed the one thing that you wanted, Dalit, which was other areas that were lush and colorful. So
it's just I needed that. That game was so gray in the not beta demo.
Demo, yeah. So that's gonna be good. I'm actually thinking about picking up Outriders like when it drops, which is like April 1st.
Jokes.
No, jokes. So yeah, that looked pretty good. I think they're doing like some DLC for not DLC, but like there's some like extra stuff coming out with it. But I don't remember. I think they showed the Marvel Avengers roadmap. They had like a trailer for its It's
T'Challa.
well, no. Well, that's the big thing that they revealed, that there's a Black Panther. It's like a war for Wakanda.
I'm just happy because I thought for a second there they were gonna have Steve voice T'Challa, and I was like, maybe not, maybe don't. Oh, your Claw, wonderful. This is absolutely good.
Oh yeah,
Great.
because I heard Steve Blum's voice and I was like, man, why is Steve Blum in here? and then fucking Black Panther dropped down and I was like, oh no, is he voicing? And then I heard somebody else's voice and I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, he dropped. I was like, and then he got to talking about the AIM scientist. I was like, oh, I know who you are. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You're not. Oh, thank goodness.
They showed the first bit of when what's Hawkeye's name? Real name?
Clint.
Clint. Yeah, there we go. They showed like the storyline of him joining up, which is like a transport to the future type aspect where the Hulk is like got a beard and shit and he's evil and he's like a warmonger or whatever. I got immediately pissed. I got immediately pissed because the first like antagonist that they showed that wasn't the Hulk was Taskmaster. And I was like,
back again.
Can we not fight the Taskmaster, please? Like, base Avengers has 3 bad guys: MODOK, Abomination, and Taskmaster. Those are the only 3 big bads that you fight in that whole entire game. 3 of the most uninteresting bad guys that Marvel has.
But this is what happened. Actually, Taskmaster is genuinely super interesting. They just don't use him that way. MODOK is funny to look at. He's a. It doesn't matter. Point is, this is the live service strat.
Yeah.
Destiny only has 3 factions. I don't care how many you think they have. They have 3. They have the Fallen and 2 variations of the Fallen. They have the Cabal and two with the new season, 2 variations of the Cabal. They have the Hive and like 3 variations of the Hive. And
did you say the Taken?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the Taken only use models based on the others.
Yeah.
They have the Vex. They have 4 enemy types after like 10 years. No, this is absolutely expected.
It's so annoying.
I guarantee you, in Wakanda, you'll be fighting AIM. You're going to be fighting AIM soldiers too, because Claw literally says, "Yeah, hire me on. I'll take your goons." So that means you're literally going to be fighting the same enemies.
I don't want to hear that.
And you shouldn't have to. They could be doing so much.
They could be.
They're not.
So many different types of enemies in the Marvel universe that you could make billions and billions and billions of like.
They legitimately could have, like, honestly.
They have the Kree.
Had an assault. You have the Kree. You have the I almost called him the Martian Manhunter. Who are the Kree chasing?
Kree chasing.
Skrull. The Skrull.
Oh,
the Kree of the Skrull. You could have had like an alternate dimension where you go fight Thor or Odin and had the Asgardians.
Yeah.
Like you could do like there's humans. There's so many different types of humans that can do other things.
Yeah.
No, you get to fight a bunch of AIM soldiers in Taskmaster. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, they showed the roadmap. It looked like they had some stuff planned. And I've actually been hearing really good things about the PS5 version, outside of the stupid process you have to go to transferring your save from PS4 to PS5.
I mean, from what I've heard, the only reason that they haven't canned this game is because there's a certain amount of time they have to let pass, or a certain amount of units that have to be sold or something.
I mean, but it does look like they've been planning some stuff. I mean, and I'm like slightly interested in the whole Wakanda expansion.
I genuinely don't have it out for Crystal Dynamics. They've done some shady things to the best, but it genuinely looks like this is a game that they feel they can save. I hope Wakanda's that expansion. I imagine it won't be, but maybe I'll be wrong.
Hey, look,
maybe Wakanda will be the expansion I choose to get invested in.
let's just leave it at PlayStation still doesn't have Spider-Man yet. So
Yeah,
that's what
fair.
we'll leave it at that. So the overall big thing that they were like, saying that they were showing, and this was the Life is Strange. They had a trailer for the new one, which is True Colors. And they announced an all-in-one pack for when True Colors comes out, where you get the remastered versions of Life is Strange 1 and 2. And
all the extra stuff too.
And all the extra stuff too, yep.
Yes.
And the True Colors isn't actually an episodic series. It's going to be one full game when it comes out.
Yep.
So.
There is a option to
buy it in
place
episodes,
into
yeah,
you can, to play it in chapters.
Yeah.
So if you want to pace yourself, that you can.
That's fair. I guess I'd always rather have the option, just in case.
It's nice. It looks nice. I mean, I own Life is Strange 1 on Steam, and I haven't played it yet. But I didn't buy it. Like, I got it for free. So, that's why I haven't actually played it, because I didn't actually show any interest in it. So I might, like, turn it on one day and maybe play. I hear it's good, so.
It very much just does not look like a game that is designed for.
No, it's Square Enix version of David Cage game. So I just hope it's a little. I mean, I hope it's better than a David Cage game. 'Cause God, man, I hate David Cage games. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, he's someone who just clearly wants to make movies.
Yeah. But last but not least, after the whole Life is Strange thing, they teased the last bit. They showed Project Athia.
Do you mean Project Athia?
Yeah, they showed Project Athia. They had the
which is a working title, by the way.
I was so mad. I was so mad because
Jeez.
the actor was like, I'm here to talk about Project Athia, working title and everything, and all that stuff. And she was like, and then like literally right at the end of her talking, she was like, we're going to show you a trailer and the actual title of the game. I'm like, well, then it's not a working title. Why say it's a working title when it's actually not a working title?
Really? This is what you're hung up on? Because boy, oh boy, I got hung up on the fact that I thought this was a 14 patch for so long.
Oh, yeah. So, they showed like 3 seconds of an actual like cutscene trailer where it goes around this house, and the first thing you hear is that a fucking dragon? Is that a motherfucking dragon? And it's the lady that pretty much what they did was like they scanned the actor into the game, because it looks like exactly like her. Yeah. And she's in like normal clothing, but she's in this like kind of weird world where there is a motherfucking dragon. So a lot of people are assuming this is like maybe an isekai game where it's somebody in another world.
Yep, she has this like natural formation around her wrist.
Yeah.
I guess like maybe akin to Witchblade, where it gives her powers.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And you hear another voice, which I'm assuming this is what her like wrist talk, like the like bracelets on her wrist talking.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Dalit?
Would you call it natural? It looked like.
Yeah, I said it looked
17
bracelets.
layered bangles.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah.
Like
don't get me wrong. That's super in keeping with.
Well, Witchblade as well, I bet. It's like the way it was formed. Like
I can't remember exactly now.
It could be just bangles too. Yeah, sure. But
Anyway.
No, you're definitely right that it's more akin to like a bracer.
Yeah.
I think I misremember what it looks like specifically,
Hmm.
because I remember a lot of natural things happening when she used whatever power it is she had. I don't remember
Yeah.
it being reflected in her walkie-talkie
Sure, it's a
bracelet magic.
screenshot. But it's not
thing.
important, but yeah.
And then after that, I went through like a series of like tree branches and some weird squiggly lines and all that stuff, and then the name plastered on the screen. It's Forspoken, guys. The whole thing that we were thinking that the 14 expansion was going to be Forspoken, and then Endwalker popped up, and then maybe it's a patch, or I don't know. Maybe they just did Forspoken just to throw us like a weird bone or somewhere to something. But no, it's for Project Athia, which, by the way, the Sony PlayStation account for YouTube, in the description, they actually called the game Witch, which is actually the original project name of Agnes Evolution, or Agnes Philosophy, which is the tech demo that Square put out for Luminous way before everything. So this game's actually the basis of what the Witch / Agnes Philosophy tech demo was supposed to be.
Well, let's not get carried away on that, because nothing about this game looks like it's attached to that.
Well, I mean, we've seen
almost
nothing of the game.
I mean, I feel like we have enough to like draw. I mean, look, you're right. For all I know, we run into like that village at some point.
Yeah.
And someone's getting, I don't know.
Because like the only thing we've actually seen is like some desert wasteland in Forspoken. So
yeah, we went to like the Grand Canyon. It looked really good, but it was.
There's some forested areas too. Like there's this screenshot of her having this one. She's got this.
Let's not forget
magical
also
ball in her hand, and this like big
shown...
wolfy thing is like running at her.
That's a dead wolf.
Let's also not forget that we saw like the hinterlands before, like just before mountaintops, and they were beautiful moss covered things.
You also have to remember that in Agnes Philosophy, the place that she was in was embedded into like a side of a canyon.
That's good enough.
It's a temple, so who knows?
I mean, there won't be wonderful.
There won't be pretty much anything that like was in that tech demo that's probably in this game, but it's the basis for it. Like the what they were working on there is what evolved into what we have now with Forspoken.
And yeah, definitely like looking at the quality of the assets, it's all very nice. And...
oh yes, it looks really good.
Holy shit! Like the actual her moving through the world was astounding.
Yeah, I was like, is this Warframe?
Yeah, it felt like it had a very similar fluidity.
It's a Warframe killer, boys.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, they release windowed it for 2022, so I'm gonna probably assume either spring or winter 2022. Calling it right there. And that was it for the Square thing, I think.
Yeah, I just saw something else.
What?
Paimon is telling me via Genshin Impact Twitter that there's a new slime paradise thing for PS4.
What?
And the Twitter reads, "Welcome to Slime Paradise. Purchase decorations to adorn the paradise with and win Primogems, Mora, and other rewards."
Oh. I did download Genshin Impact on my PC again and played for 5 minutes last night. I was like, because I want to do the story for the game. I don't really care about anything else. So.
Yeah, that game loses its luster once you've done like everything.
Yeah, so I don't really care about doing the events, other than the events that actually have like some story to it. Because obviously some of the events they've had is just, hey, just do this. Because some of the character stories in the game actually seem really interesting, and from what I hear, the lore of Genshin Impact is actually pretty fucking deep. Like, it's a big rabbit hole.
Yeah, and especially once you start combining it into the other game they have, so...
Wait, they have another game?
Yeah, a lot of the lore seems to be. Sorry, a lot of the speculation of the lore seems to be attached to the other MiHoYo title, whose
Like
name escapes me at the
Honkai
moment.
Impact.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And it's all just speculative lore because of character familiarity and a couple of things that Scaramouche said. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we have for news this week.
Yep.
We did it.
Did it.
Grrr. What are we doing this week?
Episodes in, we're managing.
What are we doing this week?
I'll probably look at this slime paradise since I brought it up and it's all my fault.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably download Lydia and do some Polish karate.
Yeah, do it.
Polish karate. I'm going to attempt to get through
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm gonna attempt to get through Ghost of Tsushima and
yeah.
and then I guess continue playing Persona 5 Strikers. I might actually bench Persona 5 Strikers since I'm not too far into it. Until after I go through Ryza and Ryza 2.
Wow, that's not an insignificant amount of time.
Well, I mean, mainly because like I did just get off of playing a lot of Persona.
This is fair.
So maybe I want to just because I mean it's there, I can play it anytime, and I've been holding off on beating Ryza like for forever. So I should probably actually get through that, but after Ghost of Tsushima. So, and then and a lot of my time in the next probably couple of weeks is gonna be most likely playing a good bit of Outriders because I think I'm gonna get it on day one.
Really?
Horizon is.
Yeah. Because it's been actually pretty fun, and I'm kind of interested in seeing it. They did fix they fixed a little bit of the cutscene desyncing.
Oh, good.
That's for the best.
I only saw it in still see it in that one scene where the lieutenant gets shot.
Yeah.
Because he gets shot before he finishes his finishes part of his sentence.
Yeah.
So he's like still saying like hug it out while he's like dead on the ground or whatever. So.
That's good old like Oblivion style.
Yeah.
Gets crushed as they say a line.
Yeah. Definitely gonna probably get that. And then like I said, I'm playing Outriders with Deathus on Thursday whenever I wake up.
Oh.
So.
Oh, you boys enjoy yourself.
Yeah, we will. I don't know if he's streaming it or not. I asked him and he said, "Should I?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm just asking you. Like, that's not for me to decide." So, who knows? We'll see. Yeah. I think that's it for this week, friends.
Yay!
We did it.
Yeah, we live. We will.
Yeah.
We will talk to you guys next week.
Yay.
Be good now.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you for listening. If you like this content and want to see more, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Links to our Twitters are in the description.